I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff on top of having to pay him.
If you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more intense courtroom showdowns like this one. Let's get back to the video. This hearing is seriously heated, folks. We've got a wild courtroom clash featuring a mom who's refusing to pay the child support she rightfully owes this man. And let me tell you, she gets completely unhinged during this hearing. She throws a full-on tantrum at the end and comes up with excuse after excuse, while the dad, to his credit, stays calm and composed like a champ. Even his friends jump into the Zoom call toward the end to show their support. But here's the real kicker. The mom has already lost custody of her kids for reasons that aren't totally clear, and now she owes over $3,000 in child support. She's doing everything she can to dodge the payment, but it's not working. You can really feel the tension in this one. It gets messy and dramatic fast. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But for now, let's dive in and see how it all plays out.
Case.
No extra information. Well, you know what? She did. My son did run away when he was in the summer of before he turned 18, and then he went to go live with his brother. So that would that's what he did, and so he's lived with his brother for I'd say about 7-8 months. I can't remember the exact time. It's been a long time.
It's been a year.
And did you agree during that time frame for the child to live with someone else?
Yeah,
No.
to live with his brother.
No.
Ms. Hagwood, no one's asking you a question right now.
And just to confirm, sir, about how long did the child live with the other sibling?
It's about 7 or 8 months, I believe. I am kind of off. Like I said, it's been a very long time.
Ma'am, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Sherry Ann Baldwin.
I'm sorry, is your last name also Hagwood?
That's my maiden name, and it's Haygood.
Haygood. Okay, thank you, ma'am. As it relates to the child support judgment, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $2,367.20 as of March 31st, 2024. I'm requesting that you pay that back.
I don't know if it's just me, guys, but I can definitely feel the energy coming off this Sherry Hagwood woman. The judge clearly isn't happy with her. She just interrupted the guy mid-sentence, and you can tell it didn't sit well. What makes it even funnier is how his friend, down in the bottom right corner, is just sitting there watching everything unfold like it's a live show. Let me know in the comments what you think so far, because honestly, this is pretty entertaining. You can tell from the guy's demeanor in the top right that he's got nothing to hide, while she's over here constantly interrupting and trying to twist the story. It's wild to watch. Anyway, let's dive back in and see what she has to say next.
And he told me that my son Lewis is there. He's been thrown out. And he doesn't know what to do. So I start helping. Lewis comes over here and he's staying with me for a few weeks. He's staying with his brother. And then finally he moves in with me April 1st of 22. And he's been away from his father ever since. Me and his brother's been caring for him, his eyeglasses, his doctor's appointments, getting him to court. I have documentation from the court stating that he was with me and his brother, probation officers that are willing to whatever y'all need them to write up. But I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for.
And during that time, thank you, ma'am.
That's
Thank you, ma'am. And during that time frame, when the child started to reside with you, did you petition the court to change the child support to reflect
Yes,
that
sir.
the child was living with you?
Yes, sir. I called y'all immediately and I emailed the court paper that I had stating that he was living with his brother. And then I went and got the lady told me to do this.
Ms. Haygood?
The whatever child support officer I spoke with told me to go file this with the courts. And it's my name is Sherry Ann Baldwin. I am the mother and the child of Luis Mendoza. He has resided with me since April 1st, 2022, and is currently residing in Johnson County. And it's signed and dated.
Again,
And
Ms.
then,
Haygood, Ms.
pardon
Haygood,
me.
The question that was asked is, did you petition the court to change the child support amount? Now, did you file a paperwork stating that the child was living with you? My question was, did you petition the court to request that the child support be changed to reflect that the child was residing with you?
Yes, sir, I did.
What's their case number, ma'am?
Well, I called y'all and told you that he was living with me and not the father. She told me to send in the paperwork that I had, so I did. And then she said she had 190 days to contact the father and that y'all would.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm calling cap on this one. She's clearly lying. I can't tell if she's actually playing dumb or if she's really just that clueless. But honestly, who doesn't know how this works? If you want to change your child support payments, not paying them isn't the answer. You got to call the court, file a motion, and get things officially modified. If you don't, those payments are still going to pile up over time, and it's only going to make you look worse. So I don't know if she's just being an idiot here or pretending to be one, but something about this whole situation feels sketchy. I get that the guy said the kid went to live with his brother, but even then, she still has to file through the court to make it official. Otherwise, she's just going to end up paying for things she doesn't need to. Whether she's right or wrong, the whole story just doesn't add up. It really makes no sense. Let's see if she adds anything else to her statement, because so far, it's not making much sense. Let's dive back in.
Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, sir.
And could you explain to the court why you're not in agreement to paying that amount?
Because I feel like I was the one caring for his needs. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff on top of having to pay a man child support that he's not staying with. I don't have extra money like that. I can't be taking him to the eye doctor and to appointments and feeding him and clothing him and paying him his father child support.
And just to confirm, ma'am, when you say that you're paying the father child support for a child that's residing with you, when exactly did you pay those amounts to the father?
I have documentation of every child support payment I ever made, and I have documentation of it.
And ma'am, were
And-
you able to review the report that was provided on the screen as it relates to
I
the
couldn't
child
really
support payment?
see. I couldn't really see. But
And
I
would you like
stopped
me to
paying
so that
after April
April of what year, ma'am?
22. I stopped paying, and that's when I went and got the documentation that he was living with me full time.
All right, we have to understand one thing.
Yeah, I love that this judge is really calling her out because, like I said, none of this adds up. You'd think that after all these years since they divorced, around 10 years ago, she'd know better. There's no way she just forgot to call the courts. If you've been divorced that long, you should absolutely know that you have to go through the court to make any changes related to child support or custody. It's basic common sense and standard procedure. Most people understand that you can't just decide on your own to stop paying or change the terms. You've got to handle it legally. Up to this point, she's been holding it together somewhat, but in this next part, she completely loses it. She goes off the rails, and the judge wastes no time putting her back in her place. So let's go ahead and wrap this up and see exactly what goes down when the judge steps in and she starts to lose control.
Work for the AG's office, so you can tell me all day long that you talked to the AG's office, but that's not the court. So I can't modify your order. You were responsible to modify your own order if the AG didn't want to help you, or if you wanted to do it on your own. It's very simple to do, and that hasn't happened. So you owe these arrears. It's a very small amount. You owe the full amounts that are owed. You decided not to make payments. So you owe $2,367.20, payable at $150 a month, and medical support arrears of $849.32, payable at $50 a month. If there's money on hold, then they will try to forward that towards those amounts. And then if there's any remaining balance, then those are the monthly payments. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You ain't getting shit.
Hey,
You ain't
good.
getting.
You want me to find you in contempt of court? Ms. Haygood, I can fine you $50 for contempt of court for cussing in my court. So please, don't act like a child. We don't need
I
that.
thought I was off. I thought I hit the button.
Well, that was absolutely embarrassing. And honestly, I don't think she's ever going to pay that amount. This case is from a while back, and I couldn't find any updates on it. But let's be real. We can all probably guess she's just going to let it default and the guy will never see that money. That said, after watching the whole hearing, I kind of feel like he doesn't actually deserve all of it either. Maybe half, sure, but it doesn't seem like the kid was even living with him. So I'm not really sure why he's getting the full $3,000. But that's beside the point. This woman was completely out of line. Even if you're muted, talking like that in front of a judge is insane. Because as we saw, her mic ended up unmuted and that little outburst cost her $50. Honestly, I think it should have been more. It was totally uncalled for and really undermined the judge, especially when he told her the amount she had to pay and she just snapped back with, "I'm not paying that." It came off as pure disrespect. Still, that's how it went down. She's clearly a bit unhinged, and honestly, it's not hard to imagine why she lost custody in the first place. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. If you got any thoughts or feedback, drop them in the comments. I'll be replying to everyone. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I'm trying to post as much as possible because I genuinely enjoy reacting to these kinds of court cases. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care.
And he told me that my son Lewis is there. He's been thrown out. And he doesn't know what to do. So I start helping. Lewis comes over here and he's staying with me for a few weeks. He's staying with his brother. And then finally he moves in with me April 1st of 22. And he's been away from his father ever since. Me and his brother's been caring for him, his eyeglasses, his doctor's appointments, getting him to court. I have documentation from the court stating that he was with me and his brother, probation officers that are willing to whatever y'all need them to write up. But I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for.
And
And
during that time, thank
that's
you, ma'am.
just it.
Thank you, ma'am. And during that time frame, when the child started to reside with you, did you petition the court to change the child support to reflect
Yes,
that
sir.
the child was living with you?
Yes, sir. I called y'all immediately and I emailed the court paper that I had stating that he was living with his brother. And then I went and got the lady told me to do this.
Ms. Haggett?
The whatever child support officer I spoke with told me to go file this with the courts. And it's my name is Sherry Ann Baldwin. I am the mother and the child of Luis Mendoza. He has resided with me since April 1st, 2022, and is currently residing in Johnson County. And it's signed and dated.
Again,
And
Ms.
then,
Haggett,
pardon me.
The question that was asked is, did you petition the court to change the child support amount? Now, did you file a paperwork stating that